Welcome back to the channel. This is a Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest match preview. It's going to be a tough game against Forest. Looking at Nottingham Forest form, they are third in the Premier League with 54 points. They have qualified into the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and so far they're just good. Looking at their home record, in the last 14 games that they played at home, they've only lost two, won eight, and drawn four. Looking at those records at home shows that Nottingham Forest is not an easy team to beat at home this season. Looking at the first leg against us, they defeated us at Old Trafford 3-2, and United going to their to their home ground, to their stadium. United expecting to revenge that defeat at Old Trafford and to emerge victorious at the end of that game. But look at Forest, to me, I will say it's going to be a tough game. Even though I'm positive that United is going to win this game against Forest, but it's going to be a tough one. Look at that Manchester United before the international break, Manchester United were in the best form. Looking at the games that we won, we qualified to the round of 16. Sorry, we qualified to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa League. We won our last game. That's against Leicester City. You can see the form was just good, and United left before going to the international break. They left the performance in a good way. The momentum, the winning momentum was just here. The winning spirit was just here. So United coming back to continue from where they left. And against Forest, it's a win to me. Though I'm saying it's going to be a win against Forest. Even though Forest home record is just good. They've lost two in the last 14 games at home. It's not going to be easy for us. Even though I see us going to win against Forest. Look at their defense. They have their best defense so far in the Premier League. You can see at home in the stadium, they've considered less amount of goals at home. Looking at they have the best defense. You can see even the goalkeeper. I think the Forest goalkeeper is the keeper who has the most clean sheet. He has uh, he has 12 clean sheets so far after 29 games that has been played in the Premier League. It shows that even the goalkeeper is just good. But the last game that we played against them, he conceded. We scored two, even though they won that game 3-2. And also Manchester United, there was some good news. I think after the international break, most of the players that represented the nation were injury free, came injury free. Those 12 players that represented Hoyland, Dogu, Mazrui, all of them, Bruno Fernandes, all of them came back injury free. And that's something good, knowing that the games that we have ahead of us, they're not easy game. Look at this April fixture. It's not going to be easy for us. So having most of the players fit, I'll say something good. Look at this April fixture. It's going to be a tough one. We have Arsenal, we have Manchester City, we have, I think, Bournemouth, Newcastle, and Forest, the one that are going to play against tomorrow. So if the players came back injury free, I think it's something good. And also some other good news that most of the players that were injured, most of them are back. The likes of Luke Shaw, Lenny Yoro, Harry Maguire, Aiden Hayden, they're back in training, but they're still looking out for their fitness. So them coming back to training, I'll say, is something good for us, and also it's a boost for Ruben Amorim. You know that if they've come back in the training, that shows that there's a chance that most in the coming weeks they'll be available in the squad, and you can see we'll have a good depth. Also, a player like Rasmus Hoylander, before the break of international break. He scored for us. You can see the game against Real Sociedad, he produced an assist. The game against Leicester City, he scored, and also in the international break against Portugal, he also scored. That shows that Rasmus Højlund is coming back with much momentum and will want to score more goals for us. You can see he'll come back hungry for more goals, and we expect him against Forest at least to score goals, to score some goals. So, the last game against the last game against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, he scored a goal. That shows that in the second leg now against Forest at the Forest Stadium, shows that Rasmus Holland also want to score goal for us. And if he scores, I think it'll be something good because he'll have continue with the goaling scoring spirit, and will be something good for the club. I think the score that we have so far is good. Ahmad Diallo so far also it was being said that he'll be back, I think, in early May, and let's hope he will be available that time. Looking at the first leg against Nottingham Forest, Amad was available, produced an assist in that the goal that Bruno scored, and this game against Forest, I'll say Amad will be missed so much, but the players that we have will do the job. Patrick Dorgu suspension is over and he will be available against Nottingham Forest. In the last three games, he wasn't available against Leicester City, against Arsenal, and against Fulham. And you can see that left wing back position, the lot playing there, he was not that good enough in that position. So that and with the Patrick Dorgu back after his suspension is over, him coming back in that left wing back position will be something good because seeing a lot in that position always make me just uncomfortable knowing that he's not good enough in that position. So Patrick Doru coming back will be also a boost for us and also will make the team look much strong. You can see what Patrick Doru can do in the international break in the when he played for Denmark against Portugal. He was just fantastic in the last two games. The home away against Portugal, he was just fantastic. So him coming back in this game against Forest also will be something good. Also, Mason Mount, he was back, and the game against Leicester City he was not used as a substitute. That shows in this game against Forest, Mount also will probably be available and will be used as a substitute. Probably Amorim didn't want to use him as a substitute in the game against Leicester City because of being cautious of injury, because he's just back from the injury and he will not just want to just use him as a substitute immediately. Probably in the game against Forest, we'll expect to see Mount playing some minutes and will be something good. So I think the squad to me looks good, and the win against Forest, it's positive, and Forest, we're going to destroy Forest, even though they're in the better form. Look at our position in the 13th position in the Premier League, and we expect to win this game at least to be in a much better position. Looking at we only have 9 Premier League games left, and where we are on the top four position, there's just a gap of 12 points, and we only have 9 games left. So if Manchester United win most of these 9 games that have left, we can stand a chance at least to be somewhere, half of the table somewhere. If teams like Chelsea, teams like Manchester City, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford lose some points and we capitalize on such opportunities, I think we'll be in a better position. So it's up to these players to fight hard, knowing that we only have 9 games left before the season ends, and we need to grab every point until the end of the season. So 9 games left. Something can happen, meaning that in the 13th position and we win most of our games, we can be in a better position. Even we can even stand a chance to be in a Europe position if it's possible. So it's just up to these players just to give their all after this international break and show that they can really win most of our games. I think that's all I had for you. Thank you for watching. Talk to you in the next one.